Good morning, Leaders in Learning. Today we start 15 days of reviewing reading skills that are needed in order to be good readers and good thinkers. So for a while you've learned how to read. Starting in second grade, third grade, we really start focusing on how to think about reading. So the next several days we're going to review skills that are specific to thinking about reading. So today we're starting with just the idea of choosing a just right book. As you guys are doing your reading response journals and as you're learning to read on your own, you already know why you pick books that you pick. What we really want you to focus on is picking books that are a just right book, because sometimes we pick a book that's an uphill book. It's just too hard. We really want to read it, or maybe we see our friends reading it, and so we kind of want to fit in with the crowd, and Harry Potter and all these really cool chapter books, but we start reading it and we're just lost. So today we're going to look at a few different books that came from Benchmark Advance. So these are some of these books you can access on your Benchmark Advance, and we're just going to look at them together to decide, are they a just right book? Are they an uphill book, or maybe a downhill book? And we're also going to talk about why we pick the books we pick. So let's start there with some reasons why you pick up a book and decide, I think I want to read this. For some of us, we pick up a book and we see the cover, like The Hungry Troll. It looks fun. We see a troll. We know already that probably if there's a troll in the book, not probably, if there's a troll in the book, it's going to be a fiction book, some fantasy, and we know with fiction and fantasy, oftentimes the book is written to make us enjoy what we're reading, to be entertained, to laugh, maybe to cry, but we know it's kind of a fun book. So all three books I've picked today to show you are all fiction books, and they all have kind of an attractive cover. They have the color and the characters, and then maybe you start to skim through the book. And as you're skimming through the book, or you turn the book over and you read the summary on the back, you think that what you're reading and what you're seeing sounds interesting. So I like fiction books. I've decided this book looks like it might be fun to read. I'm going to open it, and I'm not going to start reading. I'm just going to read the first page or so. We're not going to read the whole book, okay? But as I'm looking at these books, I'm looking for 2 or 3 words I don't know, that I understand most of what I'm reading, and while I'm reading, it sounds smooth. I'm not stuttering or pausing a whole lot, because when we start having those little bumps in the road, sometimes it causes us to not understand what we're reading. We spend so much time trying to figure out a word or what they're talking about that when it's all said and done, you're like, what did I just read? I don't even know what I just read. Okay, so that just right book has 2 or 3 words on a page that you don't understand. Like I said, you are sounding quite fluent. You're not having a whole lot of pauses and stutters and confusion, and you're understanding most of what you're reading. Okay, so we're going to look at The Hungry Troll. So far, I see the cover. It's very entertaining. And then I open it to the first page, and the first page says, the troll is playing. The troll is hiding. The troll is jumping. The troll is yelling. I read more than one page because there's only 3 or 4 words on a page. I think pretty quickly I know that while this book looks fun, and it might be a good book for me to read on my own time if I just want to pleasure read, it's not a good just right book for me when I'm trying to read to better my thinking. I know all the words. There's only a few words on the page, and it's really just not very challenging. Okay, so I'm going to put that book down. I'm not going to get that book. And then I'm going to go pick up this book. Again, I like fiction. I like fantasy. This is a tale for a tale, so it sounds maybe like there might be some folk tales or some fun things. My animals look like they talk, and they have those fun characteristics. So let's see. Oh, immediately I see the maps. I see a lot more words than the last book. I'm just going to flip because I wanted to turn actually to chapter 1. That page we were just on was our like an introduction to give us some ideas, and we might normally read that when we read the book, but right now I'm just trying to decide if this is a just right book. It all started when the animals were planning their annual winter dance and had gathered in the great meeting hall Didlohizdi. They were discussing which kinds of dances to practice when Taodi the hawk, the head of the dance committee, noticed the possum wasn't paying attention. Instead, Possum was lovingly petting and cooing at his long, fluffy tail. "Possum," Hawk scolded, "are you going to
participate?
Participate. Okay, that's 2 words I'm having trouble with here. Participate in this meeting or not?" "What?" asked Possum. "Oh, I'm sorry, Hawk. It's just so hard to concentrate on something as pedestrian. Oh, go back. Why did it do that? Sorry, y'all. I hit the word. It was supposed to read it to me, not jump to the back of the book. There's probably a quicker way to do this. Oh, go back. Okay. Oh, it took me to the glossary. I just found a new tool I didn't know existed. It didn't read it for me, but here I have an enunciation key that tells me how to say it. Pedestrian. Pedestrian. Okay, pedestrian. That was another word I wasn't sure about. And that means a commonplace or trivial. Oh, sheesh. See, I don't have time for this. I'm trying to show y'all how to do something. So already, I have 4 words on my finger. Is this sounding like a very good book for me? Because it says over here, if I have 2 or 3 words, I don't know, then that might be a just right book, but I'm already at 4. And I have, let's see. Pedestrian as a dance, when you have a tale as glorious and luxurious as mine, it can be a great distraction. And a burden to. Okay, there was 4 or 5 words on here that I'm not sure of, but you know what? I just finished page 5, and because of those 4 or 5 words, I'm not so sure I understand what's going on in this setting, what the plot is. What are they doing? What are they talking about? I'm kind of confused, and right now, I don't even want to read this book because it's too much work, which means it's an uphill book. There's 5 or more words I don't know. The reading was kind of bumpy and staggered, and I'm kind of off focused now. I don't really care about what I'm reading because I don't get it. It's too hard. So I am now going to go to 2 fairy tales. Again, fairy tales. I like fiction, fantasy. We've talked about some folk tales. We've read another fictional story. So let's check out this fairy tale. I'm going to go back. Oh, I flipped through and saw the pictures, and I kind of like Hansel and Gretel. I remember a little bit about Hansel and Gretel. So I'm gonna use this one to see if this is a good book for me. Hansel and Gretel, a German fairy tale. Not far from a great forest, a poor woodcutter lived with his second wife and his 2 children. The boy was named Hansel, and the girl was named Gretel. The family had no money and barely any food to eat. "What is to become of us?" the woodcutter said to his wife. "How will we feed our poor children when we don't have enough for ourselves?" I'll tell you what, husband," answered the children's mother. "Early tomorrow morning we will take the children deep into the forest. We will light a fire for them and give each of them some bread. We will return to our work and leave them there. They will not find their way home again, and they will no longer be troubled by them." I'm not feeling too challenged yet by Hansel and Gretel, but I did notice on this other page there were some black bold words that I've not recognized. So I'm going to try that page just to see, because it's okay sometimes if we get through a page and we haven't had a word we struggle with, as long as there's some vocabulary and some words in it that are going to add to our bank of knowledge. Again, the children heard her coming after them, and so they threw down the comb. A bramble-filled forest. Not sure what a bramble-filled forest is. I don't know. I'm looking at the picture. There's a lot of trees, so maybe that's what it is. With tangled roots appeared. The witch tried to pass through, then gave up and angrily returned to her hunt on a hen's feet. The twins rushed home to their father and told them all about their great distress. The father sent the wicked stepmother away and lived a new life with his children. From that time on, he watched over their happiness and never neglected them again. There's a couple words on there that are new for me, so it sounds like that might be a just right book or story to read. So maybe I shouldn't read Hansel and Gretel, but maybe I should back up and read this first fairy tale, because I see in it some other black bold print words. Baby Yaga. That's the one I think I should read. I think that one's just right for me.